Today we're diving in the App Store and taking a look at the newly launched games that have recently come out, and I'm going to share with you whether I think they are good or absolute garbage. Let's dive in and see what's new to the market. The first game I want to look at here today is called Elderland. This is a game that's premium, meaning it's not free to play. It costs $6.99 to purchase this one, and as you can tell, we're looking at a retro style platformer game with a Castlevania vibe and feel to it. It looks kind of like you're a barbarian running around the world with a bunch of cool different attacks where you have many different options during the battle scenes as well. Here you're going to become a hero of an epic quest in Elderland. Inside of the game, while you're in combat, you're going to be wielding a variety of killing instruments and abilities to test your mettle against towering, bone-chilling bosses. You're going to explore a twisted world shrouded in darkness and madness. It's going to have RPG elements along with the platformer style gameplay as well that many people that like this genre will enjoy. Dungeon Hunter 6 has just launched. I've gotten my hands on it and played the heck out of the game, and it's actually quite a bit of fun. It's an action RPG built in a world that we all know and love from all of the previous Dungeon Hunter titles. It's a battler that includes hack and slash elements that we typically know inside of action RPGs. You're going to play as a variety of classes, including an archer, a wizard type class, a barbarian style class, of course they are not called those, and more. And as you go through, the levels that you encounter are pretty quick and easy to get through and not long-winded. It's definitely more of a mobile gaming experience. I like this one. I think it's a lot of fun, especially for a casual action RPG player. Now, if you like platformers that are really bright and colorful, you may enjoy Sky Islands. This is a very simplistic, pixelated world where you're going to be making your way through different treacherous elements along the way that actually look pretty cute. The cool thing about this game is the way that the perspective of the game shifts so that your gameplay will be different in every single turn that you make. Essentially, you're going to be switching between a 2D and a 3D element of game. At Sky Islands, it's a charming platformer game where you embark on a captivating journey through a fantastic realm within the skies. It's inspired by that game Fez. I think you guys all know that one. Basically, you need to prepare yourself to shift through a world that is ready to be looked at in two different perspectives. Hero Legacy. This is an action strategy role-playing game that is going to be something to fulfill all of your strategy desires. Or maybe not. It is definitely one of those types of games that's going to take quite a bit of management along the way and not just continuous combat. The world you remember is gone. Estria, which is the world, is being consumed by the forces of corruption. But even in the deepest despair, there is hope. You are the royal child, an heir to the throne, and the light to the future. As I mentioned, we're looking at an RPG adventure here where the combat is going to be very strategic and it kind of has a board game feel to it. Obviously, inside of games like this, you'll unlock many different types of heroes that you can upgrade, which will further allow you to progress through the game. If you're looking for something that's strategy-based and not fully combat-based, this is a good option. But if you're not into that type of a board game feel, you may find this one a little bit underwhelming. Dragonair Silent Gods is one of the latest turn-based strategy-style games that just dropped on the scene, and you may be wondering, what does this one do differently than all of the others that would make me want to play this and put down a game that I've maybe invested a lot of time or that I've invested a lot of money inside of? Well, inside of this one, first of all, you're looking at a top 5 role-playing game, and it does have an open world mechanic, or something that at least feels like an open world mechanic. Here you're going to be able to explore a world fairly open that's going to allow you to find things, engage in battles, and upgrade your heroes as you go. In addition, it's an open world high fantasy RPG that puts you in control of over 200 different heroes that the game has to offer. In the multiversal adventure, you'll experience strategic combat like you've never seen before, where every move counts and every decision could be made different between victory and defeat. It also has a dice rolling element to the game as well that is going to give you a different mechanic that is yet to be seen in anything from this genre. which gives you a lot of different possibilities for your adventure and your exploration inside of the game, your different hero upgrade routes, and basically just how the game plays out for you. And for those of you guys looking for something new, I did start a brand new channel called Echo Warcraft Rumble, where I cover every single day guides, tips, and just playthroughs of Warcraft Rumble. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll see you guys over there. Knights of Greyfang. We're looking at another turn-based RPG, this one with a younger style anime look to it. That's basically how we're skinned out right here. The land of Eldorad is in the midst of war between the humans, born from the twilight, and the monsters born from the nightfall, and they're trying to control the 9 temples inside of the game. You're basically going to be engaging in this fight between human and vampires as a ritual. Of course, there's a lot of lore and story that goes within this game. Whether that's something you care about or not, that is up to you, whether how much of it you engage in. The graphics are something that you're going to need to enjoy. If you like more retro pixelated style, something that maybe looks more like a bit of a Zelda style game, you may enjoy this one. But if you're something that likes realism, I would put this one aside and say I wouldn't recommend it. For me personally, this one's not my favorite on the list, but it's still some that you may enjoy. Do you remember Geometry Dash? Well, this is Muse Runner. It's a rhythmic parkour style game that reminds me very much of Geometry Dash. You're going to be listening to the tunes and making your way through the different zones of the game along with the music. It's that simple, and it's pretty fun. Introducing AFK Football. Well, soccer, I guess. What we're looking at here is a vertical style soccer AFK game that is a single player experience. As you could tell, it's definitely a casual style soccer game, but sometimes those are the best kinds of sports games that you can involve yourself with. You're going to have to do a lot of management elements inside of the game, including training and upgrading your heroes, or I should say your players, so they have better chances of winning the games. When you think about it, what we're doing here is embarking in a strategy and an RPG style experience. There are many RPG elements to this game that are just presented in the form of a sport. But it's the same type of a mechanic for upgrades, progression, and, let's be honest, grind inside of the game. There are lately so many turn-based strategy games on mobile, and here's another one, Throne of Three Kingdoms. Like I mentioned, this one is a turn-based strategy game, which brings you everything that you would experience inside of any other turn-based strategy game, except for this one. It has a different look, a different feel, which may be something that you quite enjoy if you like a more realistic style combat. Who Let the Chickens Out is just like our old school NES Duck Hunt. You're gonna basically sharpen your aiming skills and try and take down the chickens as they run around the rooftop or the scenes that you have. Very simple style game, but also something that, as you would imagine, could be very addicting. I always like to have a good, easy to play vertical style game in my pocket because you could pick it up while you're online at the pharmacy and just play really quickly for a round or two. And if you have to flick it off, it really doesn't matter. Really fun game right here that you should check out. Merge your troops, dive into battle. It reminds me of the game Top War, and this game's name is Top Troops Adventure RPG. Basically, what you're going to do is be taking your troops, merging them together to make them stronger, and upgrading, and then dropping them on the game board to fight other bundles of troops. Another very casual style game here, not too deep in strategy, but definitely fun because of the merge mechanic. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on tomorrow's video.